Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Richard Wilson. I am an Associate Priest of St George's, East Ivanhoe. This is Sunday Reflection for the 26th of June 2020. As some of you know, I recently joined the parish and my principal focus will be working in the business community. Today I will outline for you what I mean when I say the church working in the business community. I will give you some background on what drives my call and discuss how I plan to go about it, hopefully with your help. My vision of church is a people called to be agents of change in all of society. That, to my mind, includes the business community, the economics and finance sectors, as well as government economic policy. For the marginalised, when he criticised elite power and wealth, and when he confronted civic authority. We should remember that Jesus spoke more often about economic matters than about sex. And Jesus' example of telling truth to power has been followed by the church throughout the ages. You may be familiar with St Stephen, whose martyrdom we read about in Acts chapter 7, Thomas Becket, Archbishop of Canterbury and the defender of the church's rights, Oscar Romero, and Bishop Desmond Tutu, to name some examples. Even in this city of Melbourne, Father Gerard Tucker in 1933 established the Brotherhood of St Lawrence, which is now perhaps the most prominent organisation in Australia advocating for economic equality for the disadvantaged. In another example, I have a clear memory of Bishop Keith Rayner quoted on the front page of the Age newspaper in public argument with the Premier, Jeff Kennett, over the economy and mental health policy. Advocating the Church's vision can be unwelcome and costly. King Henry II is popularly thought to have said of Thomas Becket, "Will no one rid me of this turbulent priest?" Unfortunately, someone did. Closer to home, I recall Prime Minister John Howard suggesting to Archbishop Philip Aspinall, who was Primate of Australia at the time, that he should attend to the Church's affairs and stay out of government policy. And a personal experience. At my first clergy conference in 2011, Peter Costello, former Federal Treasurer and a keynote speaker at the conference, said he thought clergy had no expertise to speak on economic affairs. As a newly ordained deacon, although armed with an MBA, I felt I had to bite my tongue, and no one else in the room stood to object. I remained troubled that I did nothing. I believe the Church has a very clear, very important point of view on business and economy. I am encouraged by the witness of those I have mentioned, and I am certain that we must not sit quietly by while political and economic power seeks to silence its critics. It has not only been church leaders working in this ministry either. People in the congregations are business people and over many years have been formed in the Church's teaching and have taken it into their working lives. However, the decline of membership of the traditional church means there are many fewer business people now hearing and enacting that teaching. This is unlikely to change in the immediate future either. However, there are plenty of examples of church organisations that do work with and influence the business community. I've already mentioned one of them, the Brotherhood of St Lawrence. My ambition is to take organisations like the Brotherhood as examples and, working in partnership with the Mission to Seafarers, establish a business mission in the Docklands precinct. Actually, I should say building on an existing business mission, because the Mission to Seafarers has been caring for workers in the form of seafarers for over 100 years. What I hope to achieve is to build relationships with the new and growing business community in Docklands so that we have an opportunity to share our vision of a flourishing business community that cares for its people, its customers, and indeed all of its stakeholders. I plan to establish a program of engagement and encounter with people working in the Docklands on matters that are important to their working lives. How work can be more than the daily grind, how work gives them purpose, meaning, enjoyment and satisfaction, and how it supports their family and community. I want us to host a public debate on how we see businesses' role in the community and how we can celebrate and support the way it contributes to family and community. Just as important, I want to attend to and care for the business community when things don't go so well. In the aftermath of COVID-19, for instance, will be a huge challenge. How can we support people to cope? Something we can offer is pastoral care that responds to the particular issues of work life, care that is confidential, non-judgmental and unconditional. Finally, I plan to offer the services and sacraments of the Church to the whole Docklands community. We know this is not for everyone, but for some people it will be very important. At the Mission and in its Chapel of St. Peter, we will conduct regular morning prayer, meditation, maybe a weekly or fortnightly Eucharist, and celebrate the economic seasons: harvest, Thanksgiving, times of fallow and retreat. This project really excites me. I've been thinking about it and planning it for a number of years. If it excites you and you want to get involved, do please let me know. If you like this video and want to see more videos we will be creating, be sure to click the subscribe button below. Also, make your comments in the place provided, and we will be back soon.